What's up, everybody? We are live, and we have a pretty good card this Saturday. We got UFC Moscow. We got Calvin Kattar versus Zabit. And yeah, man, a little different setup. I bought a new laptop today, so I'm in a different part of my house right now. But yeah, just whoever, if anyone's watching this live, let me know how you can hear me right now in the comments because got a new laptop. My old laptop was a piece of crap. So, I might definitely probably gonna buy a mic. We'll see. But yeah, just let me know in the comments how if you can hear me good and if the setup is better than the old one. A lot of people said that my last setup, was kind of bad. So let me know in the comments. I'll wait maybe a little bit to go live, but I mean to start the fights. But yeah, so last card, UFC 244. What a great card. Betting. Let's talk about betting real quick because I get a lot of haters, man. A lot of people are saying that I'm terrible and all this stuff because I'm on a four card losing streak, man. But even though I'm on a 4 card losing streak, I mean on Bet MMA, I'm still 0.38, 0.57 in the green. So I don't know why I get a lot of haters, man. There's a lot of guys that just like to talk crap and all this and say that I suck and I should quit and all that. I love betting. I love the game. I'm never going to quit. I'm always going to continue every week to bet and also to provide content, man. I love my channel. I love talking about UFC. Also, thanks for helping me get to 1,000 subscribers. That's definitely something that I've been shooting for a long time. So I'm very happy about that. And I get a lot of people, man, that tune in live every card. So I'm happy for you guys. And I'm happy, man, that a lot of people like my channel, dude. So, I don't care about the haters. You guys can keep on hating. And I think it's embarrassing. So, yeah, can't wait to talk about this card. UFC 244. I mean, what a good fight. Sucks about the outcome. But a lot of people were saying that Diaz, was going to turn on late and all that stuff. I mean, yeah, Diaz has good cardio. And I mean, maybe he would have won the fourth and fifth round, but I don't think so. I think Masvidal was dominating that fight, and yeah, if they do a rematch, Masvidal's going to beat him again. So Masvidal's the better fighter. The far superior fighter. More Masvidal. Co-main event: Darren Till versus Kelvin Gastelum. Yeah, Darren Till won a decision. I picked Kelvin. I said Darren Till was live. Kind of sucks, man, that I didn't pick Till and bet him. It's kind of a lackluster fight, but Till definitely won every round, in my opinion. So, congrats to Till. Let's talk about the whole card real quick. What was the third fight? I'm trying to remember right now. Okay, so Wonderboy versus Luke. That was my first bet. Yeah, man, all three of my bets, dude, were not the best. They're all bad, all losing bets. Luke looked good the first round. I definitely think he won the first round. But yeah, Wonder Boy, surprised me, man. His shin, because he took a lot of shots, but he picked apart Luke. I knew he was going to pick apart Luke. I mean, I even said that in my breakdown, but I thought that Luke would have knocked him out because, Wonder Boy's shin is deteriorating. He's getting old, but he ate the shots. I don't know how he got knocked out against Pettis. That's crazy, man, because Pettis is shot. He's in a decline, but it's crazy, man. Okay, so fourth bet on here. Let's see here. Derek Lewis. So yeah, man. Derek Lewis got a good decision. It was a close fight, but he got the win. Let's respond to some comments real quick. So we got 10 silly diva. What he should be ashamed of is some of the bets he makes. I don't know who you're talking about. If you're talking about me, just tell me. Say, hey, you're ashamed of, or I'm ashamed of your bets. But I don't know who you're talking about when you say he should be ashamed. So just answer that. When you have a chance. Torrin Brown, what's up, man? You're always in here. Chance Vaz has handed him. Yeah, I picked Chance. I bet Chance got dominated. Terrible game plan, dude. He went for shot for one takedown. Like I thought he was gonna have a big grappling advantage, and you try to brawl with him. Why would you try to strike with him? Like we already know that Good was the better striker. God, man, it was embarrassing. Kevin Lee, another case where I said he was live. I didn't pick him. I went with Gregory, and sucks, man. I wish I would have bet and picked Kevin Lee. I didn't, but it is what it is. That happens, man. When you lean a certain way, you go the other way. Whatever. Corey Anderson, there's another one right there. I didn't bet Johnny Walker, and I picked him. I was pretty confident, and yeah, he got destroyed. congrats to everybody out there that picked Corey Anderson. I think I was wrong on a lot of my picks, but it is what it is. Shane Burgos got a good win against Macklin. Edmund smoked Tavares. I wish I would have bet him. I picked him, but I didn't. I also picked Rosenstruck, and I wish I would have bet him. I didn't. Yeah, Torrent also. I don't know why Chance said that. Yeah, man, should have wrestled him. It's embarrassing. Shoot got a decision. My guy Shoot, good. Like I just mentioned, Chance got dominated, and then Hakeem. I do think Hakeem won the fight. Even though I bet Arce, it was close, but yeah, Hakeem definitely won the fight. So 4-card losing streak, man, but it sucks. But like I mentioned, I'm still 38. Units 0.57 man of the green, so I'm definitely not going to quit. I love this game, and I'm going to keep on, man, doing this every week on my channel, and potentially maybe put this on iTunes and other platforms. So let's talk about the card, man. This is a dog card for sure. I think we have like 2 or 3 more cards until we got a break, and then I think we have 4 or 5 more cards this year, but it's a pretty good card. A lot of people don't like the card. I don't think it's that bad. I think from betting perspective, it's good, but yeah, there's definitely a lot of dogs in this card that are live, in my opinion. So one more comment. Yeah, who saw Corey Anderson get? Yeah, I mean, it sucks, man. I thought Johnny Walker was gonna dominate him. He didn't. Who would have thought that Corey Anderson got a KO? I don't think a lot of people out there were picking him by that. But there was a lot of sharp people, man, that picked Corey Anderson to get the win. So whoever bet Corey Anderson, I mean, that's a really sharp play because a lot of people bet Johnny Walker. And yeah, sucks. So first fight of the night. If I get the bout order wrong, I'm sorry. It's kind of different in what areas. So first fight of the night, we got Gregory Popov versus Davy Grant. And I think what I'm gonna do, hold on real quick. I think I'm gonna do something different now in my breakdown. So I mean, I think I was doing it before, but I think I kind of swapped some cards. I'm gonna talk about not talk about, but I'm gonna announce everyone's record in the breakdown. So first fight, like I mentioned, so we got Popov, he's 13-2, he's 0-1 in the UFC, and we got Davy Grant, who's 10-4. I think he's like 1-3 in the UFC, including that finale fight against Holdsworth. Yeah, I mean, make no mistake about it. Davy Grant's on the way out. He's on the decline. I think he's pretty old. Like, let me check my notes real quick. What is he? 35 years old? Let me see. But let me check real quick. Okay, so yeah, is he 35 or 33? I can't even read my own handwriting, so it's embarrassing. But I'm gonna go with he's 33. Like I mentioned, he's lost. I didn't mention, but he's lost 3 of his last 4 fights. He's definitely at the end of his career. He's not a good fighter at all. Ground game's decent. He has some sub wins, but he's shinny. He can get taken down. The Cheeto win was crazy because that was a young Cheeto back in the day, and that was a pretty close fight. If they rematched, I mean, Cheeto would absolutely dissect him. One more comment real quick. Let's see. Torn Brown. I don't really like UFC fight nights with the pay-per-views. I like every card. When are you going to do your UFC 245? Yeah, I'll do my 245 predictions probably like a week before. Maybe I'll get someone on here. But yeah, I got Colby, man. I got Colby winning that fight. We'll talk about that once it gets closer. But so yeah, Popov's the better striker here. He's old too. He might be older than Davy Grant, but I think he's the better striker. He's definitely more durable. I think Grant has to get this fight to the mat, but I don't think he's going to be able to. Basically, Popov just, in my opinion, more technical, more power, the way better striker. I think he has more left in the tank, even though he's older, but, he's definitely not, I think David Grant's way more wear and tear at the end of his career. So I do think Popov's, not going to go far in the UFC, but I think he's the better striker, and I'm going to go with Popov here with the win, but I'm not going to be betting him at juice. I'll tell you that. So Popov, I'll go with by a 3rd round TKO. So next fight we got Jessica Rose Clark versus Piata Kianzad. We got Jessica Rose Clark 9-5. She's 2-1 in the UFC, and then we got Kianzad, who's 11-5, 0-1. She looked pretty decent on the contender. I'm sorry, on the Ultimate Fighter. And then, or no, she's 0-2 in the UFC. Yeah. So this is a big fight for her. If she loses this fight, she's going to get cut. A lot of cuts going on today. Kirsten Leonard got cut. He was going to do 3-2 in the UFC. Like, I don't get that. Like, he is on 2-fight losing streak, and yeah, he has no ground game, but damn, dude, he's losing to Zaleski and Bilal, and he gets cut. Like, Dude, there's some bad fighters that are still on the roster. I think Moender shouldn't have got cut. Anyway, so this is a really close fight, between Kianzad and Clark because Clark is the better grappler in my opinion, and Kianzad's the better striker. Clark I think was switched camps. I think she was training. Yeah, she was training at Syndicate. Now she's training at what is it, Combat Club? I think with in up north or something like that. I think it was I forget what the dude's name is, but I think it was Henry Cejudo's like old striking coach, or maybe they still train together. I'm not really sure, but up in NorCal. She's making her return to 135. Or has Clark fought at 135? I don't remember. Maybe in the past, but yeah, she missed weight against. Oh my God, what? Look who's in the chat right now, Edgar Camacho. I forgot that you watch UFC, man. Honestly, so one of my friends that I've known for a long time, and this guy probably doesn't even know who Conor McGregor is. So, who the fuck are you doing in here, man? But anyways, back on the breakdown. Um, yeah, it's a close fight, because Clark is the better grappler. She got a decent one against Paige Van Zandt, and then she fought Jessica I. I mean, Jessica I kind of just won a quick cut decision. Um, Reading another comment, are you Italian or something? A little bit, but I'm mostly white. But back on the breakdown, yeah, I mean, Kianzad, I mean, she's a good striker. I feel like she's technical. She's um, she looked good, like I mentioned, on the Ultimate Fighter. But I mean, Macy dominated her, but Macy's a pretty decent fighter. And then in her last fight, she got dominated by Ava. I've seen in her fights she can get taken down. So Clark definitely has a grappling advantage. I don't see Kiana getting her down. Clark can kind of hold her down. Kiana's a bigger girl. She's fought more at 135, and yeah, she beat Clark. So in the past, so that's something. But about the matchup, I just feel like I think Clark's the better fighter, man. I just I don't think either of those girls are really that good, but I think Clark's striking is not bad. She's never been finished. She's a tough girl. She has good pressure. Like I mentioned, Kianzad could definitely pick her apart because she's a better striker. I feel like, but she definitely gets back up a lot. And Clark has good pressure. Clark looks in really good shape. This could be a good move for her because she missed weight, against Andrea Lee in her last fight at 125. But yeah, I just think the grappling, I don't really like how Kianzad gets taken down a lot. And I think Clark's going to expose her. So I'll go with Clark with a close decision. Even though she was close to plus money, I wouldn't bet this fight. This is a really close 50-50 fight because I want to see how Clark looks. She's taking a long layoff, and I do like Kianzad. I mean, I like her, her character on the Ultimate Fighter. She's on 2-fight losing streaks, and one thing that I've noticed lately is when a fighter has their back against the wall, like Kevin Lee, they come out on top, dude. So Kianzad's live for sure, but I'm gonna go with Jesse Rose Clark with a very close split decision. Um, Yes, Edgar, I watch UFC. I know you watch UFC. I'm just giving you shit, but you don't watch every card. I bet you don't even know people like Colby Compton and all that. But I mean, I can talk shit to you because I've known you for like 10 years. So I'm surprised that you're in here right now and you're not still crying about the Dodgers, losing in the World Series because they're one of the most embarrassing teams in baseball, the Dodgers. But that's what it is. I can't really talk that much shit because I'm a Giants fan. They've been like playing like shit the last 2 years. But anyways. Okay. Enough about baseball. Let's talk about the fight. So next fight we got. What is it? Next fight we got. Okay, why is my Wikipedia? Okay. Alexander Yakovlev versus Roosevelt Roberts. So I mean, people can say I'm biased and all this stuff because I like Roosevelt Roberts because he's from SoCal and all this stuff. But he it was. Oh, let me talk about record. Sorry. So Roosevelt Roberts, he is. I believe he's 8-1. Let me check real quick. He's 8-1. Let me see. Right. I'm getting distracted, okay, right now from comments, but it is what it is. I like when people are in the comments live. Okay, so Roosevelt Roberts is 8-1. They got Yakovlev is 24-8-1. Yakovlev's I think 3-4 in the UFC. He's been really inconsistent. Let me find my notes real quick. And a lot of people, someone's probably going to say, well, you're super biased because you like Roberts because he's a SoCal guy and all that stuff. Yeah, Roberts is from SoCal, trains in Millennia. Also, Carson Gracie. He's a BJJ brown belt. I've been high on this kid for a long time. And I feel like a lot of people are kind of off the wagon just because he lost his last fight against Bisping. And, Bisping, he's a very experienced veteran. You know, he's not a bad fighter. He's pretty decent. And if you watch that fight, Roberts was dominating that fight. Like he easily won the first round by domination. He's winning the first part of the second round, and then he just lost, man, due to the grappling, and he kind of initiated the grappling too much. Like he had a clear striking advantage, and I think it was first out time. I don't think Yakov's that good of a fighter at all. I understand plus 160 in Russia, but I just don't think he's that good. He's been subbed like what 4 or 5 times. I mean, yeah, he has decent grappling, and I mean, you saw last fight. That's how you beat Roberts, but Roberts has really good grappling too, and I just feel like he initiated the grappling too much. And it was first cell time. The guy's really young, man, 25 years old. He's pretty green. He's only going to get better from that fight. He's a way better striker, man. I feel like he's so much faster, so much more athletic than Yakov. Yakov is really slow. He's 35. I still think he's at the end of his career. I know he got a comeback win last fight against De Silva, or whatever his name is, but I think Roberts would absolutely dissect De Silva. So I just don't think that win was that good. Um, he's going out there. I think he'd be gray measured, but come on, he's 3-4, dude, in the UFC, inconsistent. Let me check his losses real quick. Just I know he's going out there and losing against fighters like Damian Maia and Usman, but um, let me check real quick. I kind of forget. Who else is he fighting? Okay, so Yakolev. Okay, so you beat Sullivan. Yeah, so you lost to Wisoki a while ago. So, I mean, his best win is, probably he beat Paul David. That's a long time. But yeah, he's 3-4 in the UFC. So probably the De Silva fight maybe it was his best win, his last fight. But anyways, back on the matchup. Um, why is my Wikipedia all weird right now? Sorry, guys. But yeah, I just think Roberts, like I mentioned, he has a really good jab, a good right hand. And you saw his fight against Horcher, dude. He has really good jiu-jitsu too. So I think wherever the fight goes, Robert has his advantage. I do think Yakov is good grappling, so I mean he could definitely take him down. Both these guys are really big lightweights. Yakov's fought at welterweight, but don't be surprised at all if Robert taps him out. Like I mentioned, Yak's been tapped out 4 times before. Um, Roberts, like I mentioned, just I think he's a really good prospect, and I think he's definitely going to get back in the winning column. So I'm going to go with Roberts with the finish. I think he's going to go out there and hurt Yakovlev. Yakovlev's a little chinny too. Tom has defense. He's so slow and robotic on the feet, and he does have decent grappling. He can take down Roberts. I'm not saying he can't, but Roberts has a good ground game. I think Roberts can take him down. I'm going to go with Roberts, hurting him on the feet. And Roberts by submission, dude. You got to watch out for Roberts. His standing guillotine, his arms. This guy's really long. So Roberts with the guillotine. He's a good prospect, dude. He's gonna go far in the division, even though he got that loss last fight. So next fight, we got Akbar Nurmagomedov. I can't even say this name. I can never say it. Akbar. I'm gonna go with Nurmagomedov. So it's Khabib's cousin. I can never say that name because I'm white. Versus David Zawada. David Zawada, I think, is 16-5, if I'm not mistaken. And then yeah, and then we got the cousin Akbar, 15-2. I think this is a very close fight. I don't think Akbar is that good at all. I think he's a huge fade. I mean, yeah, he's a cousin to Khabib, but I mean, if you watch his losses, I mean, the guy lost to some freaking Pavel Kush guy in PFL in 2018, some jobber. My boy Hyder Hassan absolutely dominated him. He went to a draws last night with Boyan Volkovic, who's a huge jobber. Like, this guy's not that good, dude. Like, he has good grappling. The thing is, in this matchup, is Zawada's live. I feel like the line's definitely off, but Zawada's not a good fighter. The guy's 0-2 in the UFC. The guy lost to Hot Chocolate, who's we'll talk about him later, and he could have won that fight. But the thing that I don't like about Zawada is takedown defense. He gets taken down so easy, dude. And against Khabib's cousin Akbar, who's the whole game is his grappling. I mean, that's a huge advantage for Akbar. But Zawada's a better striker, more power, good pressure, big dude. Zawada, to keep his fight in the feet, he's going to win this fight. So, I mean, he is live for sure, but I just can't trust him to keep it on the feet, man. He gets taken down every fight, and that's Akbar's game is the grappling. Even though Akbar is going to be faded soon, I don't think he's going to go that far. I'm telling you right now, Akbar is definitely going to I think win this fight, but it's close. I'll go with Akbar, but Zawada's live. Read the comments real quick. Holly Holmes got whooped. Tiger, what are you talking about, bro? Holly hasn't even fought in a long time. But yeah, much love. Reyes is legit. You talking about Dominic Reyes? He is legit. Okay, so I'm gonna go with back with the little Khabib. You know, not little Khabib, but the cousin for the win. Next fight. Someone let me know in the comments if you can hear me good, just because I have a new laptop. So, Edgar, whoever's watching, someone please let me know if you can hear me good. Next fight we got Roman Kopylov versus Baby K, Carl Robertson. This is my first play of the night. So yeah, I got Carl Baby K for the win. I bet him at plus 100. Let me just check my notes real quick. Okay, so yeah, I just honestly, man, like I don't understand the line at all. I think Carl should definitely be the favorite. He's fighting another striker like Kopylov. People, I feel like at first they're like, oh, he's Russian. He probably has really good grappling. And it's a fade on, Robertson. Robertson sus against grapplers, all this stuff. So Robertson's, 8-2. I forgot to do the record. I'm sorry. 8-2. Kopylov 8-0. So Robertson, he's 8-2. He's 4-2 in the UFC. He has some good wins. He chunked out Darren Stewart. He knocked out Ryan Spann on Contender Series. This dude's a really good striker. His trouble, I feel like, is against really good grapplers. You can see in his fights with Glover Teixeira. He took that fight in short notice, in like 2 or 3 days, notice, up a weight class, almost finished the guy, and then, got tapped out against one of the best grapplers at 205. Carl Robbins is a really big 185er, man. And, he looked a little small, against Glover, but it's against Glover. And then against Sage Montate, another good grappler. He's looking good early, got taken down, got tapped out. Those are 2 really good grapplers. Okay, so against grapplers, yeah, I can see the fade on Carl Robertson, but this guy's only going to get better. He's, a young guy, and Kopylov's a striker. And this guy, I've watched tape. He's 8-0. He hasn't shot for a takedown in any of his fights. So, I mean, he's Russian, so maybe he'll shoot here, but on the feet, he's a decent striker. He has a good jab. He has good pressure, but he's not in the same ballpark as Carl Robertson. Carl Robertson is a really good striker, a really good left hand. I mean, good elbows, good kicks. He's a southpaw, and Kopylov's a southpaw too. It's going to open up, the left head kick, the left body kick for Carl Robertson. Carl Robertson's more technical, in my opinion. He hits harder. The power, he's way bigger too, way big, huge size advantage. Kopylov's kind of an undersized middleweight dude, and this guy is making his debut, dude. I mean, he's fought a couple decent guys on the local scene or on the regional scene, but I mean, Carl Robertson has experience in the UFC. He's beaten and faced a better competition. I think he's the better striker. I think he hits harder. I think he's more technical. People like talk about his fight IQ and stuff. Like, we don't have to worry about that. He's not fighting a grappler here. And that Wellington Turman fight, I know it was close. A lot of people said he lost. I think he won the fight. He outstruck the guy. He got taken down a few times, but Turman didn't really do anything. He took his back once, and Carl, fought out of it. Carl actually even reversed him 3 or 4 times. One thing too is Carl has underrated wrestling too. I mean, he tapped out Darren Stewart, dude, and this guy trains with Corey Anderson every day. His grappling's not bad. He just, he's losing the really good grapplers, man. So I mean, that's his weakness, really good grapplers. So I'm gonna go with Carl Robertson with a KO. I think the striking, man, he's the better striker than Kopylov, dude. So I think he's gonna hurt him with that left straight. So I'm gonna go with Carl Robertson with a knockout in the second round. Let me see. My parents should call me real quick, so I gotta tell them that I'm doing a podcast real quick. I don't want to obviously do it on live. Let me see. Okay, so next up we got. So first fight, yeah. So we got Carl Robertson. He's my first fight. So next fight of the night, we got Rustam Kavlov versus Sergey Khandozhtko. This is a really close fight. Rustam's definitely a fade. He got his ass beat last fight against CDF, but CDF's a good fighter. He's going to be a top 10 guy, maybe even farther than that. I think Khandozhtko, he's 0-1. Sorry, so 26-5. Rustam 23-4. Khandozhtko, he had a decent, fight against that guy freaking what is it, Akman? I forget what his name is, but like so much. The dude's known for all that fucking hair he has on his chest and everywhere about, But yeah, that guy's not that good though. But I mean, he's not really used to hair. He'll probably get, cut. But anyways, Khandozhtko, I think, is the better striker here. I don't think Kapov's good striking at all. He's, relentless. He has good grappling, but this guy lost to freaking, what's his name, Cajun Johnson recently. He's on the decline for sure. He's a huge fade. He's going up to 170 for his debut. The fight versus Benson wasn't 170, right? I don't think so. But yeah, Khandozhtko, he's not the best fighter, but I definitely think he's live here. He's the better striker. And even though I think Kapov's a huge fade, I just think in Russia, he's going to, edge out the rounds. I'll go with him for the close decision, but it's not a confident play. So at all. Rustam's a huge fade. Next fight, we got 11-1, Magomed Ankalaev versus Dalcha. Lugumabula at 10-1. I mean, Dalcha's, a brick shithouse, dude. The dude is really athletic for the division. He's fast. He blitzes. He comes forward. I like the guy. He got a good win in his last fight against Towson. I mean, not a good win. Towson's kind of a scrub, but, he got a good win. I mean, he has good judo. He took him down, pounded him out. Magomed Ankalaev is an interesting fighter. I think he's good. I think he's good everywhere. He has good striking. He's good grappling. He got tapped out against Paul Craig. Kind of crazy, people say it was a fluke and all that stuff. I don't think it was really a fluke, but, that was his only loss. Good left head kick, good jab. He beat Abreu last fight. Pretty comfortable decision. He did get tagged with some shots, but he's not bad. He's a good prospect. He's in Russia. Dalcha's the line is really, I feel like, disrespectful to Dalcha, but I'll go with Ankalaev with a close decision win, but I think Dalcha's live. So next fight is the main card. We got the main card. First fight of the night. We got Shamil Gazimov versus Quinton Abreu. So yeah, I don't think this Shamil guy is that good. He's from PFL. I watched his fights, versus Rex Harris and Eddie Gordon. Eddie Gordon kind of won around in that fight. Eddie Gordon hurt him and backed him up. Like, dude, Eddie Gordon, come on, dude. The guy is shot. The dude, like, I cut from UFC. The guy's done. Eddie Gordon going out there and freaking like winning around, like, he's not good, dude. I mean, I want to bet Quinton really bad, but I'm just gonna stick with my two plays. I think Quinton's gonna win the fight though. I think Quinton, hits like a truck. The guy has a lot of good wins outside the UFC. Beat Johnny Walker. He's beaten some good Russians. Good left hand, good pressure. Beat beat Alvey pretty easily. Great ground game. So I mean, if he gets Shamil down, Shamil's in trouble because Quinton has a really good ground game, good straight left. I don't think Gazimov's that good. His striking's decent, but yeah, I'll go with Abreu with a finish here. But yeah, I'm passing from it. Next fight we got, and I didn't do the record. 13-0 Shamil, Abreu 15-3. My bad. Next fight we got Anthony Rocco Martin 16-5 versus Ramazan 18-3. This is one of the best fights in the card. One of the closest fights. I've been having a really hard time in this fight. Anthony Rocco's 4-1, I think, at 170. He lost to Maya last fight, and he actually looked really good in the third round and almost finished him. The thing about this fight is Ramazan, he's 18-3. He's won 15 of his last 16 fights. He hasn't really fought anybody in the UFC. It's a huge step up for him. But I mean, the dude has really good grappling. He's big. He's fought at 185. He's a bigger fighter, even though Rocco's a bigger 170. He's fought at 150. So I mean, 155. So he is a bigger fighter than Rocco Martin. Sorry about my laptop doing that. Rocco's the better striker for sure. He's more technical. Good jab, good kicks, good right hand, good pressure, really good cardio. Make no mistake about it, he's a better striker for sure. And the line is definitely off. It should be more of a pick'em. But he's the better grappler. We've seen Rocco get taken down before. I mean, that's how Maya beat him. And Rocco actually has good jiu-jitsu, really good jiu-jitsu. He's a black belt. He always goes for that Kimura. Good choke. He choked out Jake Matthews. Good back take. So I don't know if he's going to go out there and tap Ramazan out. That's going to be crazy if he does. But this is a close fight. I want to pick Rocco so bad. He's live for sure. But I'm going to pick Ramazan. I think he's a good fighter. I just think he's going to win a close decision based on the takedowns and kind of just grind him out. But I think Rocco will have his moments, and he's live, but I just got to go with Ramazan here. So next fight, we got Gladys Ibragimov 8-1 versus Ed Herman, 24-14. Ed Herman, he's lost 4 of his last 6 fights. He's been knocked out, I think, 4 times, been tapped out like 6 times. He got a win last fight, like I mentioned. Lost 4 of his last 6. All the damage has been taking the guys at the end of his career. I mean, he beat Cummins last fight. Congrats, I mean, decent win for him. Cummins is at the bottom of the division. Now he's fighting, a young, hungry Russian who's 24 years old. He got his, he lost his last fight, dude, against Jung, the Japanese guy. He won the first 2 rounds. He blew his wad bad. Like the guy that combo he hit in the first round was nice, but he blew his wad really, really bad. And then gas out against Ed Herman. If he blows his wad against Ed Herman, I mean that's not going to be a good thing because Ed Herman has pretty damn good cardio and he's a tough guy. But he can get taken down really easily. I think this Russian guy has decent striking, pretty decent striking. Hits hard, puts everything every shot. He doesn't go out there and blow his wad. I think he's going to finish Ed Herman in the first round. So I'm going to go with the Russian with the first round KO. I don't think Ed Herman's live either. I think he's just at the end of his career and he's going to take a beating here. So next fight, not co-main event. Zelim Imadov versus Danny Hot Chocolate Roberts. Zelim, had that fight with Max Griffin. I think if it wasn't for the cheating, I think he could have won the fight. He's a finisher. Good striker, has power, knockout power. Hot Chocolate, what do you want to say about him? The dude has a winning record in the UFC, but, I mean, one of the worst chins in the division. Decent striking, but the chin's such a liability. He's taking so much damage. He's been knocked out, I think, 3 times in the UFC. His ground game's not bad. He was winning the Claudio Silva fight and then, made a dumb mistake and got caught. I got the Russian here by KO, and I think Hot Chocolate's going to get finished, and he's going to get cut. So, next fight. Oh, yeah, and real quick, I know I already mentioned like 8 times, but someone that's watching this live, please just let me know in the comments right now if you can hear me good. Co-main event, Greg Hardy versus Volkov. We got Volkov, who's – did I even do the record for the last one? I don't remember. So we got Volkov 30-7, Greg Hardy 5-1. Greg Hardy's really green, but I think he's improved so much every fight. A lot of people don't like him, and a lot of people think he sucks and all this stuff, but I thought he got a good win last fight. He looked really composed out there, won every round. Showed us that he can go 3 rounds. This line is so off for sure. I feel like it can be a lot closer. He's taking on short notice, and Volkov is a good fighter, dude. The dude's, 4-1 in UFC. He has that tall man defense. He has good striking. He can definitely pick apart Greg Hardy. I think their reaches are pretty similar, though. Good knees, good jab, good right hand. If I feel like he needs to go out there and take Greg Hardy down, though. I don't know if he's going to. He probably has a grappling advantage, but I don't know. Well, some people might be criticizing me for this. I'm not betting him, but I think Greg Hardy's going to knock him out stiff. So I'm going to go with Greg Hardy. I think he's just too fast. The dude is a good prospect, man. I know he's green, but something just telling me he's going to go out there and knock Volkov out stiff. Volkov's taking a really long way off. He got his ass handed to him last fight. Well, actually, he was winning the fight and he got KO'd stiff. But I think Hardy's going to touch that shin, dude. I'm not saying Volkov's chinny by any means, but to knocked out twice before, he has that tall man defense, and he just got knocked out his last fight. And Hardy might be one of the heaviest hitters in the division. So I'm going to go with Hardy with the KO. Next fight, main event. Calvin Kattar. We got the Boston finisher, Calvin Kattar, 20-3 versus Zabit Magomedsharipov, 17-1. Is Calvin Kattar's nickname Boston finisher? I always forget. I don't even remember what it is, but someone who's watching this, let me know. Calvin Kattar, I bet him, my last play. I got him 2 units to plus 250. Yeah, it's a little red flag that it's 3 rounds in Russia. Obviously, is the Beats manager, is the Beats all that, owner and all that stuff. Not owner, but what's the word I'm looking for? Not manager, full manager, and I guess manager knows that his cardio is a huge liability, and if it was 5 rounds, huge educator. But I still think that Kattar's, is the better fighter. I think Kattar's a really good fighter. I think they're both good fighters, but I think Kattar has the better hands. I think he has really good boxing. I think he has more power. I think Zabit has good striking. He has good tools in the feet. But I think Zabit has to fight down on the mat. Yeah, he has really good grappling, and he has, some good jiu-jitsu. But Calvin Kattar has really good takedown defense, and this guy, it's hard to take him down. And Zabit, his defense isn't that good in the feet. He slows down. He lost the 3rd round against Jeremy Stevens. I think for sure Kattar, could definitely win the third round. It's all going to come in the first, second round. I don't think Kelvin. I don't think Kattar is, going to win a decision here. I think he has to get a finish here. He could get a decision, obviously, if he wins the third round and wins the first and second. But I think Kattar is going to hurt him, man, really bad. And I do think Zabit's a good fighter, but I've seen, holes in his game. And I think, like I mentioned, Kattar's the better striker. I think he has the better hands. He has really good pressure. And I think Kattar's going to hurt him with that right hand, really good jab, and gets the beat out of there, dude. So I'm going to go with Calvin Kattar with a KO. And I think Kattar's definitely going to be one of, a contender, man, in the divisions. I'm not saying Zabit's a bad fighter. I think Zabit's a good fighter. I really do. But I just think Kattar's the better fighter. And you're giving me plus 250. Like, these odds should be way closer. If it was in Boston, I feel like it would be a pick of maybe even Kattar as the favorite. But it's in Russia. It's 3 rounds. Give me Kattar KO. So let me know in the comments below what fight you guys like, and or what, not what fight you guys like, what's your favorite fight and all this stuff. And yeah, I'll be back next week. So I got Kattar and Baby K, Carl Robertson for the bets, and yeah, let me know below, who you guys got in every fight, and I'll be back next week. Later, guys. Thanks for tuning in.